있다는 것을 인식해 주기 바랍니다.
Presidents and former presidents gave speeches for the occasion, which was followed by a speech by the Vice President of Myanmar, who, in response to True Mother's message, delivered an address on sustainable development in the Asia-Pacific region. Significantly, the Vice President of Myanmar formally invited everyone to celebrate the third Asia-Pacific Summit in his country next year, for which he received strong applause. In a signed declaration, those present joined forces at the opening of the regional branch of the International Peace Summit Council. Then, True Mother awarded the IPSC medal to 8 leaders, beginning with the Prime Minister Hussein, in commemoration of the inauguration of the branch that will be fundamental access of the Asia-Pacific Union Providence. Prime Minister Hussein awarded True Mother the Royal Order of Cambodia, while True Mother awarded Prime Minister Hussein with the Universal Peace Federation Leadership and Good Governance Award in recognition of his role in forging the present circumstances. This concluded the inaugural session of the summit. This year, the 40th anniversary of the massacre in the death camps in which radical communist regime murdered 2 million people, a quarter of the Cambodian population, over 4 years, beginning in 1975. Cambodia, which experienced the pain of the killing field, is changing from being a place of death to a place of life, and finally a godly place. At the dinner before the blessing ceremony, Prime Minister Hussein declared his support for the Asia-Pacific Union declared in Phnom. Pin Chin, a deputy prime minister in the Cambodian government, participated with 14 other deputy prime ministers in the blessing ceremony. In the end, more than 4,300 people, including 17 provincial governors and 500 young students, happily participated. Cambodia's founding myth started with the Queen Mother of Cambodia, and one legend says that a queen will appear once more to rule the country. True Mother, the only begotten daughter, went there and blessed the nation's past, present, and future.
이 나라는 무지한 인간들에 의한 잘못된 사상으로 많은 선한 백성들이 참혹한 피를 흘린 이 나라입니다. 하늘은 이러한 무지한 인간들의 행동을 보실 때 얼마나 아프셨습니까? 얼마나 참으셨습니까? 그러나 당신께서는 참모를 통해서 이 민족에게 축복의 은사를 나르시고 계십니다. 하늘 부모님, 참 부모는 오늘 캄보디아를 신캄보디아로 축복하여 하늘의 전통을 아름답게 받드는 민족으로서 아시아의 먼저 된 자로서의 책임을 다하는 이 나라가 될 수 있도록 참 부모님의 이름으로 축원 선포하나이다.
아주 430 HTM victors and Minister of Rural Development, His Excellency Chongpet, and his wife offered flowers on behalf of all those present. Following the congratulatory speech by the Cambodia's Deputy Prime Minister and the First Lady of Palau, the Little Angels gave a wonderful performance, singing songs of peace in the Cambodian language. The hall filled with applause. true mother was so happy that she graced heavenly Cambodia one more time.
이 축복이야말로 여러분은 물론이요, 과거 조상들을 해방시킬 수 있으며 미래의 이 나라의 지도자가 될 수 있는 청소년들에게 바른 하늘의 가르침을 줄 수 있는 축복의 순간입니다. 오늘 축복받은 여러분들은 나중된 자입니다. 그러나 여러분들이 하늘 부모님을 모시고 참 부모님의 가르침으로 하나가 된다면 더 이상의 나중된 자가 아닌 먼저 된 자로서 아시아의 중심 나라가 될 수 있는 이런 특별한 은사를 받은 신 캄보디아임을 여러분들이 명심하기 바랍니다.
The true mother of the cosmos, with the heart of a mother towards humanity, blessed all those who came with love. A new history has now begun in heavenly Cambodia. A new morning after the blessing, filled with gratitude, we had a victory celebration. The leaders in the Asian Pacific region and dignitaries together with around 3,500 blessed family members took part in the celebration. True Mother, who had received a gift from the Cambodian government, once again graced the hall with words of blessing for the blessed families among the chosen people, asking them to establish Chonaguk in Cambodia.
캄보디아에 뿌리를 내리고 주변의 나라들이 또 하나가 되어 뿌리를 내려서 섭리의 주국 대한반도의 통일을 실체적으로 이루는데 여러분들이 최선을 다해 주길 바라요. 여러분들이 주어진 책임을 함으로 말미암아 이 신 캄보디아가 천일국의 캄보디아로 자리매김할 수 있도록 최선을 다해 주기 바랍니다.
Over the past decade, the Asian Leadership Conference has brought together leaders from various governments in Asia and the surrounding regions. Yang Jong-shik, chairman of the Asia-Pacific region, gave a report on how the Heavenly Tribal Messiah activities helped to spread the movement, thanking and recognizing our true parents.
이제 아시아 태평양 번영은 오늘 참어머니께서 보여주시고 남겨주신 교훈에 따라 반드시 천일국을 성취해서 참어머님 제세시에 많은 나라를 봉헌에 올리겠습니다.
Saito Hajime, special envoy to Cambodia, gave a report how he started with only 150 members 4 years ago, and later in the region of Batabang alone, around 200,000 people received the blessing. Went through the 40-day separation and the 3-day ceremony. Now these people have also promised to become heavenly tribal messiahs, and their resolution is bringing about miracles.
저희들은 지난 4년간 생사를 기이지 않고 죽고자 사는 마음으로 육신의 한계를 넘어 달려왔습니다. 참 어머님, 이제 걱정하지 마십시오. 지난해 해보다 금년, 오늘보다 내일을 향하여 헌신을 다하고 정성을 다하여 참부모님께 이 캄보디아를 제일 먼저 전일국을 봉헌하겠습니다. 캄보디아 식구 여러분, 아주입니까? 아주
The settlement of Chonaguk is the establishment of the Hyojong culture and the culture of art. The true culture of arts revolution of the second and third generation members in the Asia-Pacific region was displayed in a performance that brought joy to all.
우리는 2020 승리할 수 있다는 것을 나는 너희들 공연을 통해서 보았다. 앞으로 각 지구의 책임자들에 의해서 종족 메시아의 사명을 완수하게 되면은 국가 복귀는 문제없다. 나는 너희들이 있어서 이제 힘차게 40일 노정을 갈 것이다. 건강하여라.
Today, a wave of hope is spreading with the Hyojong Cultural Revolution in the era of the Pacific civilization. The chosen people, the blessed families of Heavenly Cambodia, made a fervent promise to True Mother to become owners as they hope to move forward with joy and to do their best to see Chonelguk established in Cambodia. Despite a schedule that was extremely exhausting physically, as she traveled from east to west and then from north to south, True Mother endured all the suffering with love in order to realize the ideal of God's creation, the establishment of Chonelguk. We sincerely hope that you will all, as blessed families, unite with True Mother in heart and accompany her in all her efforts. Peace TV will soon broadcast live the National Blessing Ceremony in Tanzania. We hope that many of you will join the broadcast and witness the work of the substantial Holy Spirit. We would like to conclude today's broadcast. Thank you for joining us and may God bless you.
Sisters from Europe and the Middle East region, warmest greetings from Vilnius, Lithuania. This week we saw True Mother visiting Africa. In Niger she was welcomed by the President, the Prime Minister, and many heads of state and former heads of state from various countries throughout Africa. And who could not be moved by Mother's blessing ceremony, where she beautifully touched the hands of each couple who came on stage to receive the holy water. And then also we saw the amazing summit that took place of leaders from all throughout Africa, supported by the African Union and other major organizations. So now True Mother is working on a continental level, not just a national level. True Mother is now in Tanzania, having flown several thousand kilometers from Niger to offer blessing to that country.
섭리의 완성을 보아야 할 이 끝날에는
In these days, when heaven's providence comes to a close,
모든 사상의 갈등,
it is now
인종의
time
문제,
to solve issues
이런
of
것이
religious conflict of
하나로
ideologies,
해결될 수
conflict
있는
of
방법은
ethnicities, and the way to solving these
인류
various
앞에
conflicts is
부모가
for the
등장하는
parent
길밖에는
to
없습니다.
emerge
세계
before humanity.
200여 개국이 넘는
Around the
나라들이
world, there are more than 200 nations, and all of these nations are brothers and sisters.
부모의
And
전통을 이어받을 수 있다면
if they can inherit the tradition of the heavenly parent,
창조주
that
하늘
is
부모님께서 바라시던
the
인류가 소원하던 지상 천국이 되는 것입니다.
blessed kingdom of heaven that humanity has been yearning for.
This last week also saw the Albanian earthquake, where over 40 people died and more than 700 were injured, and many thousands have been left homeless. And in an act of great love for Shin Albania, True Mother donated $100,000 to support the rescue and recovery operation. Thankfully, none of our brothers and sisters in Albania suffered injury or any other serious problems. Throughout other parts of the Eastern Europe region, brothers and sisters have been working very hard doing HTM activity and outreach also through UPF for the summit program coming up in 2020 and other events. Right now in France, there's a Chunbo event taking place with many brothers and sisters gathering together to receive the grace of Chunbo.
In Camberg, as you can see, we are at the blessing preparation workshop. We are around 120 people. It's really a big workshop. And yeah, I'm really happy because the atmosphere is good. And as you can imagine, the focus is really to prepare for the matching and blessing. We have a lot of parents here and candidates, and we have really deep sharing. And I'm happy that we can really support and help the families in this task, which brings me to the next point that a few days ago, we published a handbook, which is for the preparation of the matching and blessing. And we put a lot of effort in there. It's especially for Europe, it's for our European families. And we really, our idea was really that we can support substantially our families in Europe with this task. So thanks a lot.
As a parent, I find it very helpful to receive a step-by-step guideline how to involve in this matching process and how to support our children to prepare for the blessing.
Learning very much. The first and the second generation we are learning, and it's wonderful the lectures to clarify original God standard, and we are happy to be together here with our children and to prepare best possibly for a blessing and matching.
I'm here as a staff member and also as a mother, and we have different groups participating this time. Of course, because there is the blessing in 2020, there are many already matched couples who will attend the blessing in 2020. And we have a big group of young people who are in the matching process. And we have people, what is also very valuable, at least according to my opinion, who just come for the first time before they are engaged in a matching process, and to inform themselves what is waiting for me, what should be my attitude.
I think also for me, it's a great way to take the time to just think about my blessing situation. So it's really just taking the time to refill the spiritual battery.
我很感谢我这次能够来参加这次的修炼会，使我学到了很多东西。然后呢，我也为孩子的配对呢做好各方面的准备。很感谢。
I'm really happy that I can be here with my mom together.
Hát sok szeretettel üdvözlök mindenkit, akik így besülöttek időben.
Hova, merre?
Hát mivel nincsen korus, ezért András
nem vagyunk sokan cserébe.
Kérlek, álljatok fel.
Nem feltétlenül kell felállni.
Én mindig is állítom a népet.
Igen? Nem biztos, hogy... Hol vagyunk? Van bármi a kávé. Vannak a... Ez már egy cég volt. Azaz? Nem hoztad fel inkább? Hát... Merre van? Távol. Azok ide, csak így. Rendben. Oké. Jó, oké. Oké. Na, hello. Várjál, most hol?
Egymásra van.
Egymáson van.
Egymásra van nyitva.
Oké. Na, át kell húznom, igaz?
Igen, ha megnyitod.
Jó? Tessék. Jó, oda nézzetek, hogy áthúztam. Embertelen varázsló vagyok. Tudjátok, ez volt a tábordalunk. Na, készen álltok? Magyar szöveggel lesz, jó?
Megjobálunk. Jó. Kicsit még jobb.
De jó vagyunk.
Jó.
Figyelj! lenne, nem? A két rész között. Na? Figyeljetek, megpróbáljuk ezt is, jó? Na, ezt be kell zárni, várjál, elhúztam az egeret. A macska nem fogta meg. Az a lényeg, hogy kevesen is lehet jó hangulatot teremteni. Ne fogjátok vissza magatokat, jó? Jó, áthúzom. Ez szerintem mindannyiunkat, minden egyes nap foglalkoztat. Hagyjatok bele mindent, jók a kérdések benne. Jó? Fiatalok segítenek az idősebbeknek, hogy ismerik. Távolban sokat énekeltünk, zengett tőle a terem. Kicsit jobbra, nem baj, szöveg jó.
Az vagyok, aki megbámul éjjel az égen egy tündöklő csillagot. Nézi, hogy hol ragyog. Az vagyok, kinek szemében most is egy őszinte kócos kis srác vagyok. Épp azt mondja, jó vagyok. Néha álmodom, hogy rohanok, futok és szárnyalok. Boldogan táncolok, nevetek. Elhiszem azt, hogy életek.
Azt kell mondjam, hogy szerencsések a keresztény testvérek, hogy van egy ilyen emberük, Béla. Imádják őt Nagyváradon. Tegnap láttam egy élő közvetítést. És megnézem, hogy miből élünk. Itt annyi András mappa van,
igen,
hogy már nem tudom, új. Pillanat, itt. Jó, áthúzom nektek. Itt én dobolok, úgy hallgassátok. Én kísérem.
Ja, az is átdolgoztátok?
Igen.
Igen.
Hát ezt útkor énekeltük, nem volt? Nem voltatok? Hát igen, 2 dalt megcsinálsz. Még igen, pluszban. Egyébként fönn van már ilyen zárt YouTube linken, tehát a Sanyitól eléritek, hogy nagyon szívesen átküldöm, le lehet tölteni. Alábbi oldalon, tetszett? Jó, igaz? Itt is lehet léggitározni egyébként. Na figyeljetek, legyünk merészek. Nem, még ne indítem. Jó, várjál! Még ne. Jó van. Nem hallom! Blessing divine, God gives eternal life to me. Glorious, glorious the song in my heart, for my Father come. Faithfully I give all praise to Him. I am victorious now. Joy, joy, searching like an
deep in my soul. Oh, God, Jesus, I go in faith, knowing that much better before. Glorious the song within my heart, for my Father on. Faithfully I live, offering to Him, triumph and glorious song. I giving blessing to my life, watching the top of the sky. Praise filling every part of me, blessing that never will die. Glorious the song within my heart, for my Father on. Gratefully I give, offering to Him, triumph and glorious song. You've chosen me to do your will, thankful I want to be true. I'm pledging in my heart, oh God, Father, my life is for you. Glorious the song within my heart, for my Father on. Gratefully I give, offering to Him. In my heart, for my Father on. Gratefully I give, offering to Him. I am the glorious song. Glorious the song within my heart, for my Father on. Gratefully I give, offering to Him. I am the glorious song.
Itt is van egy gitárzás lehetőség. Részemről ennyi volt akkor. Lehet gyakorolni otthon, karaoke verziók vannak. Vagy csinálunk egy popposat is, jó? Nem tudom ki jön, Imike. Átadom a stafétabot. Nagyon szívesen.
Hát Andrásnak köszönjük szépen a szongokat, ebben mindenki beleélte magát, és...
Nagyon szívesen segítettem neked, Imike. Szongokat.
Felkérném elénk egy imára.
Our most beloved Heavenly Parent, we are very grateful to you that we can see also through these songs how much joy and beauty you wanted to give to us and surround us with. Heavenly Parent, also you can see beautiful nature, blue sky and wonderful colors which are all around us. Many times we don't recognize it. We can see your heart, we can see your mind, and we can feel your love for each of one of your creation, and especially for each human being, whether here on the earth or in spirit world, Heavenly Parent. Each one of us is your child, your creation, and for each one you really plan really bigger joy and really nicest things. Heavenly Parent, we are very so grateful to you that we have such a Heavenly Parent. We are so grateful to you that despite of so many dark things which was going on through the history, you never gave up of your children. You never gave up your hope and your plan that each one of your child will become perfect, will be able to realize true blessings and live together with you in heavenly kingdom, which only you. And Heavenly Parent, despite of everything, He was working through Jesus, now through parents, through the many saints, many martyrs, many great and good people die, sacrifice themselves, and still they are suffering, and each one put small piece, so small stone piece, so that your heavenly kingdom can be built. Heavenly Parent, then we know that you will succeed. And Heavenly Parent, we are really very grateful to you, and we see also through Mother your heart, that how much you really want to realize your idea. I'd like to invite you now to be here with us. Really wish that you can feel comfortable and you can feel good in our hearts, in our minds. So we want to open our heart and mind and invite you to be here with us and really ask you to speak to David. And want to really humbly ask your presence, your guidance, and want to really express you our deepest love, our deepest gratitude, Heavenly Parent, really for everything that you every day, every moment giving to all of us. Heavenly Parent, want to offer you this prayer, that time, Heavenly Parent, in the Mother name of the Central West Family, Amen.
Kérlek foglaljatok helyet. Még mielőtt az Isten tiszteletet elkezdeném, felkérném Anikó nénit. Féljetek szeretettel.
Anikó a Phoenix projekten vett részt Németországban, már egy pár hete, és hát megkértük, hogy számoljon be róla, és most ezt fogja elmondani.
Hozzám.
10 perc legyen az a 10 perc, és jó reggelt kívánok mindenkinek, azt a zsebkedőt keresd meg szívem, mint szívünkkel. Mert hogy ez egy nagyon sírós workshop volt.
Itt egy 100 szívem már.
Ja, köszönöm. Ez talán elég. Ide készítjük. Tehát Stuttgartban október 19 és 20-án volt ez a Phoenix program, ez egy workshop volt, és tényleg 2 nap sírást kell elképzelni, ami nagyon kimerítő. Aki sírt már napokat, az tudja, hogy hihetetlen fárasztó. Szóval úgy lelkileg nagyon elfárad az ember, ezáltal fizikailag is. De a végén ez a sírás, ez ilyen feloldós. Nem is csak a végén, közben is, kicsi lépésekben is. És ahogy készültem, akkor is folyton éreztem, hogy gyűlnek a könnyek a szemembe. Egy olyan 60-70 embert kell elképzelni. Stuttgarti központban volt-e már valaki? Nem voltatok. Egy nagyon-nagyon szép hely, olyan, mint mondjuk a mi békeházunk, és még van hozzá egy akkora terem, majdnem akkora, mint a hotel, a Benzúr Hotelben az a napterem. Igen.
Rossz lett meg.
Tehát képzétek el, hogy ott 60-70 ember nem töltötte meg a termet, és ugye van egy olyan rész, ahol pedig ugye az istentiszteletre van egy nagy terem, gyerekterem, imaszoba, tehát ideális körülmények között zajlott, és igazából nemzetközi workshop volt, de Szandrán, rajtam és még egy osztrák vagy francia tesson kívül mindenki német volt. És ez a Phoenix projekt Amerikából indul, és az volt az ő szándékuk, hogy a generációk közötti párbeszédet segítsék elő, és a problémákat segítsék megoldani. Csoportokra voltunk osztva, 6 ember tartozott egy asztalhoz, és ők végig a 2 nap alatt együtt dolgoztunk, és ugye én úgy értem oda, hogy tudom, hogy picit kések az elején, és akkor ott ez a hatalmas terem, megálltam az ajtóban, és már ugye zajlott, tudod, mikor érzed, hogy zajlik, és egyáltalán, és ott állok 1 perce, és a főszervező második generációs kislány oda nézett, ott állok az ajtóban, intettünk egymásnak, soha nem láttuk egymást, és ott volt a helyem így mellette. És abban a másodpercen belekapcsolódtam az egészbe. Mert hogy arról szólt azzal is kezdődött, és végig ez volt tulajdonképpen az egyik fő mondani valója, hogy a szívünkig jussunk el. Engedjünk el minden egyéb ilyen külső dolgot, amit cipelünk, és a szívünkre koncentráljunk. És nagyon-nagyon szépen így végigvezetve az egész, hogy meditálás, zene, ilyesmi, és az ember szépen tényleg le tudta rakni az összes többi dolgát, vagy sok mindent le tudod rakni, nyilván nem mindent, de amikor érzed, hogy tényleg szinte ott a csupasz szíved van, és arra koncentrálsz. Nagyon sok olyan gyakorlatunk volt, hogy így ketten kellett dolgozni, és nem változtak a párok, nem változtak a csoportok. A csoportokon belül vegyesen voltak második generációs és első generációs emberkék, és hát ugye az első generáció Németországban azt jelenti, hogy nálam 10-15 évvel idősebb. Nyilván a gyereke is. És az egy egész más időszak volt, mint amiben én vagyok. Teljesen más alapokat, nem hogy alapokon álltak, alapokat építettek, amire én már csak megérkeztem. És mi úgy voltunk a csoportban, hogy 3 második generációs fiatal, 2 lány, 1 fiú, 2 nálam idősebb brother és én. Tehát igazából ez 3 generáció, és nagyon tudatosan, nagyon szépen felépített gyakorlatokban igazából az emberek magukról beszéltek. Megmondom őszintén, az én célom az volt, és köszönöm, hogy erőltették a Zsuzsiék, hogy menjek és támogattak benne. Nekem nem annyira a saját gyerekeimmel való kommunikációval van problémám, vagy nem a generációs különbségek miatt, hanem sokkal inkább az motivált, hogy ugye az egyházban a második generációsok és első generációsok közötti partnerséghez kaphassunk jó ötleteket, hogy hogyan kell ezt jól csinálni. Ezzel nem sokan voltunk így. Tehát a többség azért volt ott, mert egyéni gondjaik voltak. És olyan hihetetlen mély dolgok kerültek elő, és olyan hihetetlen fájdalmak, és olyan neheztelések, hogy tényleg ezt így hallgatsz valakit, és egyszerűen potyognak a könnyeid, mert ezt nem lehet máshogyan. És az ember beszél magáról is, és már olyan mélységekben van, hogy hát talán soha senkivel nem beszéltünk ilyen dolgokról. Akik elindították ezt, pontosan ezért, mert nagyon ritka az, hiába vagyunk mi egy jó család, és koncentrálunk arra, hogy hát nem akarok senkinek jobbat, mint a saját gyerekeimnek. De mégis ritkán ülünk le úgy, hogy irányított kérdésekre válaszolgatunk, hogy feloldjunk konfliktusokat, problémákat. És ugye ott azért az kiderült, hogy ők már látásból ismerik egymást, meg egyébként is akár egy közösséghez tartoznak, nem tudnak semmit egymásról. Elmondom akkor a legmegindítóbb jelenetet, vagy a legmegindítóbb úgymond feladatot. Külön váltunk, egyik nagy teremben ott maradtak a második generációsok, és az összes első generációs gyerkőt, nem gyerekek, ezek fiatal felnőttek, átmentek a másikba. Ugyanazokon a kérdéseken kellett végigmenniük, hogy mit gondolsz, hogy lát téged a másik generáció? Tehát ültünk mi is ott mondjuk 30-an, ők is 30-an, és ugyanezekre a kérdésekre keresték a válaszokat, és valaki jegyzett el. Tehát, hogy mit gondolunk mi, hogy lát minket a másik generáció. Második kérdés, mi az, amit csodálsz a másik generációban? Harmadik kérdés, mit tudsz tanulni a másik generációtól? És a negyedik kérdés, hogy mi az, amit szeretnél, ha megértenének veled kapcsolatban, rólatok. Nem egyénekről beszélünk, de mégiscsak egyéni dolgok jöttek. És utána ki kellett állni, valaki fogta a jegyzetet, és egy más valaki végig a mikrofonba mondta. És hát gyerekek, hát az már ahogy gyűjtögettük, hát az is egy csupa sírás volt, hogy ugye ott azok a sziszterek, azok ott hagyták a gyerekeket, és mentek a misszióba. És én szóval, tudjátok, ezt soha nem bocsájtják meg maguknak igazából. Emlékszem, amikor volt ez a 21 napos workshop planokban, és a Domi 5-6 hónapos volt, és akkor András mondta, hogy hát menni kell. Hát én megmondtam, hogy hát nincs kérdés, tehát nekem meg gyerekem van. Én már ugye így gondoltam, és emlékeztek, akkor egy külön házat kaptak a kisbabás sziszterek. De ezek a sziszterek, akiknek most a gyerekei ott vannak Németországban, ők mentek. És hát volt, hogy nem volt kire hagyni. Tehát ez, és ugye a gyerek ezt megélte. Aztán, hogy sosem voltak nyaralni. És a nyaralás az nem feltétlenül egy 4 csillagos szállodát jelent Dubajban, hanem az egy balatoni kisház 3 napra, ahol csak mi vagyunk 4-en, 5-en, 6-an. Vagy hogy az egyik fiútestvér, aki az én csapatomban volt, akkor ugye indult ez a hajós projekt, Stuttgart, hát ez a szárazföld közepe, annyit látott hajót, amennyit mi, és gyerekek ment, és az északi tengeren felszállt a hajóra. És ugye az azt jelenti, hogy hónapokig halásznak, és anya otthon a gyerekekkel. És ugye a szülei, a családja az valahol megint csak a szárazföld közepében, Stuttgartban. És a gyerekek ugye ezen nevelkedtek, és akkor az idő miatt csak néhány olyan dolgot mondanék, hogy ugye ott álltak, hát ők is csupa könyvben mondták, hogy mi második generációs nagyon sajnáljuk, hogy nem azok vagyunk, akiknek megálmodtatok. Hogy mi attól nagyon szeretünk titeket, hogy nem tudjuk ezeket a kívánságaitokat beteljesíteni. Hogy sajnáljuk, hogy mi nem éhezünk annyira az igazságra, mint ti éheztetek annó. Hogy mi nem teszünk fel annyi kérdést. Mert mi így kaptuk, tehát mi a válaszokban nőttünk fel. És még sok-sok ilyen pont, csak kiemeltem a számomra legmegérintőbbeket. És aztán tudjátok, az amerikaiak abban sokkal előttünk járnak, hogy mindig van reflexió. Tehát, hogy mindig elmondjuk, hogy ez a projekt miért volt sikeres, mindig leülünk, megbeszéljük, hiszen abból tanulunk, de ugye mi itt Európában teljesen másban szocializálódtunk. Tehát én ezt most értettem meg a tegnapi nap folyamán, hogy ez miért fontos. És pont azért nehéz nekünk mondjuk pedagógusoknak ez a portfólió, mert az is pont erre épít. Hogy ülj le és elemezd magad, hogy mi volt benne jó és mi volt nehéz. És én most értettem meg, hogy ez azért van, mert hogy sok mindent, sokszor mi azt gondoljuk, hogy a siker az nem függött tőlünk, vagy csak kis részben függött tőlünk, mondjuk. És nyilván így is van, mert sok minden kell hozzá, de itt erre is nagyon nagy hangsúlyt fektettek, hogy igen, elemezgetni kell, át kell gondolni, hogy mi az, amit jól csináltam, és mi az, amit nem jól, és nem azért, hogy bűntudatom legyen, hanem azért, hogy tudjam, hogy legközelebb ez továbbra is így, és ezen pedig változtatni kell. És azt gondolom, hogy sokszor ez a bajunk a nem önreflexióval, hanem amikor valaki mond valamit, hogy nem azért mondja, mert hogy ő engem kritizálni akar, hanem azért mondja, mert hogy pont, hogy látja azt a sok jót, de vannak területek, hát nyilván senki sem tökéletes. És olyan szituációkat képzeljetek itt még el, és akkor ez az utolsó gondolatom, több mindent szerettem volna, de tiszteletben tartom az időt, hogy itt ugye anyák, apák, vagy anyák gyerekek, apák gyerekek jöttek, és kiültek vállalták, hogy kiülnek a színpadra, és akkor meg kérdések, irányított kérdések, és arra válaszolni kell. És ezeket még elmondom, hogy milyen kérdések, hogy mit gondolsz, hogy én hogyan látlak téged? Teszi fel ugye először hát azt már nem tudom, hogy először ki, de egyszer a szülő és egyszer a gyerek, válaszol rá a másik, és nem értékelgeti. Aztán mi az, amit csodálsz bennem? Harmadik, mi az, amit szeretnél, hogy én megértsek rólad? Mi az, amit sajnálsz? Na hát itt szülők, hogy nem voltam jelen, hogy nem voltam igazán jelen az életedben. És akkor most ugye azt érzi, hogy hát nem hív fel, hát nem tudom, mi van vele, 22 éves, nem tudom, mi van vele. Na de miért hívna fel, ha eddig? Én meg csak azt kérdeztem, hogy mi van a suliban. És nem azt, hogy veled mi van. Te hogy vagy? Mi az, amit meg szeretnél köszönni neked? Ez is egy olyan dolog, hogy szerintem 1000 dolog van, amit meg szeretnénk köszönni a gyerekünknek, a szüleinknek, és mikor köszönjük meg, gyerekek, a temetéseken. Nem szabad szerintem idáig várni. Mi az, amit el kell, hogy engedjünk? Mi az, amit másképp szeretnél a kapcsolatunkban? Ezek a kérdések. Úgyhogy én egy nagyon hasznos dolognak tartottam, és úgy van, hogy ugye nem tudnak mindenhova elmenni, Európában ez volt a második workshop, de lehet ebben gondolkodni, és keresnek egyébként staffokat is, akik elmennek, először úgymond hospitálnak, ott vannak, anyagot kapnak, tehát megkapjuk ezt a kidolgozott anyagot, és működik. Nagyon-nagyon hasznosnak gondolom, nagyon felszabadító és jó élmény volt. Köszönöm szépen!
Hát nagyon szépen köszönjük Nikol néni. Szerintem tapsoljuk meg még egyszer. Felkérném városvezetőnket, vezetőnket, Tomás Dávidot, hogy tartson nekünk egy jó kis Isten tiszteletet.
How are you, brothers and sisters? I think you can come closer because we did a lot today. Oh, that's so good. Just come closer. Yeah, please.
As the early days.
The early days. Yeah. I didn't prepare PowerPoint today, but you know, True Mother said that we should be like sunflower. Did you hear it? That as the sun is going, the sunflower is turning after. So as the True Mother is doing, we should do the same. She's asking it. It's natural if we sing about, you know, that Heavenly Parents work so much for it to send the true parents here in order to help mankind to solve all the problems. So we have to be like this.
And this is the speech of Trumade from Albania. Who read it already? Okay. So we can read one more time. And we can sing about the important things which we see in it, because this is what the only begotten daughter, true mother, you know, somebody who is in one with Heavenly Parents set for Europe, for us. So we should really, if we want to be really aligned with her, we should study what she is saying to us. And we will see whether we will have after time for other things. So, yeah. I will ask, we can read. You don't mind?
Victory celebration for the rally, for a hopeful march forward for a heavenly Albania. Trumade speech, October 28, 2019. I see hope for Europe. Though some aspects of the event may have been lacking in heaven's eyes, our first and second generation youth are the leaders of the future. It is so lovely to see that they are growing up healthy. I'm very happy. In truth, in terms of the providence, Europe could be called the first continent. However, looking at the current reality of today, we cannot say they are the first. It reminds me of a verse in the Bible, Matthew 7:7. Ask, if you ask, what will happen? It will be given to you. Seek, and you will find. Knock, and the door will be opened to you. This is the right Bible verse for Europe today.
Maybe, you know, I will understand. This is, I think, for good for each one of us who are struggling with some question, you know, or don't know some answer. Because True Mother is saying that if we really ask, if we really search, we will find it. Whether it is about the providence, whether it is about the family, our personal development, doesn't matter in what. But True Mother is saying that, you know, Heavenly Parent would like to be part of our life. That's indeed journal book. That Heavenly Parent is in unity with us. Yeah. So we have to establish this relationship and put our question to Him and ask things, and He will guide us and work with us and give us what we need.
Don't you think so? I have reorganized all the former regions of Africa and Asia, plus also Korea and Japan, into 5 sub-regions and divided Europe into 6 sub-regions. However, the place with the fewest sub-regional activities is Europe. Don't you agree? Did you not have courage or confidence? What was lacking? As it says in the Bible, you must ask, seek, and knock. Can you do this? I am speaking firmly because I do not believe we can achieve good results with the current system.
So that's showing, for my understanding, it is what True Mother is saying, that we need to change something. You know, in this, that I am speaking firmly because I do not believe we can achieve good result in the current system. So, I'm just looking for my son, you know, one of my son disappeared. Ibige, come back. Sorry, personal issue. Personal announcement. Ibige. Oh, I'm sorry. So I think we should think about it. I'm sorry for personal announcement, but you know, we should really, because when I see how the things are, for example, moving in Africa, I feel we can move the things also here, but yeah, some changes are needed. You know, it's very difficult to know which one, and myself, I don't know how to do it, what to change, but I believe we should find it out, and I really feel that there is huge potential. You know, Spirit World would like to work so much, but somehow we need to really set up the right environment for it.
The reason I came to Albania was to wake Europe up even further. Actually, due to my health, I was not in a condition to come here. Many of the leaders said they hoped I would cancel the event in Albania
because the schedule for traveling around the world until 2020 is very tight. They said, "Mother, at your age, it is not advisable to ride a plane for so many hours." This is what they said. Dieter Schmidt also said, "Mother, I hope you will live on this earth for a long time." To do so, should I take care of my health or not? However, I wish to give Europe another chance, so I gathered my courage and came. In its geography, the Balkan Peninsula is a beautiful peninsula. However, looking at history, in particular European history, it has been very horrific. The wars here were so brutal and terrible during the 30 years since the Second World War began in Europe, following the First World War. Thus, the UN was formed to find a way to world peace, with no more wars in Europe, of course, but also in all the world's nations. Next year, it will be the 75th year since the UN was inaugurated. However, what has the UN accomplished? The UN member states all have put their own interests first. They do not yield. They cannot unite. The same is true with the EU. That is why I said to you yesterday that organizations and groups established by people cannot last long.
Yeah, this, self-centeredness and putting our own interest first, this is the common. This we speak about, it's coming up to, anyway, for Adam and Eve, and they put, their own interest first. You cannot establish a family, good family, if the husband will follow his own interest and wife will follow. We had, Thursday the lecture about the relationship, which was very good, from András and Aniko, and they had the guest, András had guest, and they asked why the relationship is not working, if I understand well. And he said, because of the self-centeredness of people. Indeed, I was surprised that even people outside, they know it. But still it's not coming the solution, and this is important, that we have the solution. People are aware of it. If you a little bit think about it, if people are divorcing because they saying that, the other didn't fulfill my expectation, or other don't do what I need, or other don't give me proper support, of course, it's self-centered because, they are just following their own interest, their own understanding. They are thinking what they receive from others. They are not dealing with the question what I can give to that person, but the solution is only if we connect with Heavenly Parents. We really see from Heavenly Parents' eyes. We see the other as the children of the Heavenly Parent and want to love them. For this we need true parents. So this is very important. And of course, problems in the family going, between the states, and so on and so on. And it's finishing like the war and killing and destroying, harming each other. Yeah, so we should, every time when we see the conflict, doesn't matter whether it is in family, between generation, between the nation, we should look whether we are not following our own private interests, whether we really seeking the interest of Heavenly Parent. And with this is also connected one thing, in principle is written why there were conflict even between the religious people who were striving for good things, And this is because everybody is open to some kind of experiences. Everybody can have experiences with Heavenly Parents, which can be some segment of the truth, some segment good. Let's say, I every time say I fundraised a lot. So I have very nice experiences with fundraising, but somebody can have through witnessing or through some service project or talking with people. And all can be nice experiences with Heavenly Parent. But, if we will just stick to my experience, like to be the only one and the true, we will fight because, I had this experience, it's working, so I want to do it like this, but the other person will do different ways. So we need really to be able to think from Heavenly Parent's viewpoint what he need and what true mother need. True mother will say later that children can indeed unite only if the parents come. So if we will be all interested in how we can help true mother and Heavenly Parents restore this world, we can naturally unite.
When we look at the situation of the world today, world leaders will feel that there is a limit to what people can do. Yet leaders with a lot of greed will try to push it until the end. However, God is alive. Because God exists, there will be no more dictators in the future as there were in the past. Do you understand? Then what must you do? People must change in order to realize a world of peace. Regardless of rank or position, you must change. That is why the only begotten daughter of God, the true mother, has appeared for the first time in 6,000 years. It is for the true parents to lead the world back to the position of having no connection to Satan or sin, and to return the world to how it was at the time of its creation. Coming from fallen humankind, you cannot be in God's presence without first receiving the grace of true parents' blessing. Heaven has worked hard to prepare for the Messiah that would welcome humankind. However, religion and society have been unable to prepare the environment. In particular, the Christian foundation has been a stumbling block in true parents' path. True parents have given the blessing all over the world, creating blessed families in some 192 nations. As this takes root, the realization of humanity's dream, heavenly parents' dream, heaven on earth, will come about. Blessed families, can we create heaven on earth with our own hands or not? We can.
This is very important, that we are the one whom Heavenly Parent and true parents expect that we will create the heaven and earth, starting from our own. So we should not expect that somebody else will take part in it, but we should think how we will do it. In our own life, in our own family, in our own neighborhood. It indeed means the tribal messiahship. Tribal Messiah is the Messiah for his tribe, so we all have to be the Messiah for people in our surrounding. We should be the one who create the heavenly kingdom in our surrounding. Yeah, so with this approach, we should think for the activity which we are doing.
In this world today, due to people's ignorance, the future of this beautiful planet Earth cannot be guaranteed. You all know that this is the serious situation we are in, don't you? Natural disasters and things that should not be happening are occurring all over the world. They have caused many casualties. How can blessed families who have received the blessing ignore the situation? Our Creator and Heavenly Parent blessed all things of the creation for humankind. I know that this country of Albania has had a very difficult history, and there are many problems requiring a solution. Those who know must take the lead in the healing. Should you just stand back and watch? In particular, I have heard that in Albania you love your families. What must you do for your family's future in this earth on which your beloved children must live is sick? In the position of a parent, we must restore it to its original state, as it was when God, our Creator, first created it. Yesterday, the First Lady said that the youth of Albania are unable to find jobs and are going overseas to make money to take care of their families. She hopes for this nation to become self-reliant and to go forward by any means. What do you all think? I hope the 12,000 couples that received the blessing yesterday can, through Heavenly Albania, show the world Heavenly Parents' dream, the desire of all humankind, which is the dream of a peaceful world. If we save the beautiful natural environment of all the nations on the coast of the Adriatic Sea and cultivate nature so that it can be healthy and not be damaged by tourism, we can create the environment in which all people of the world will want to come to the Balkans, in particular Albania. Then you would not need to worry about how to make a living, right? Adieu, adieu. As pollution gets worse, people consider their health more and want to maintain it through natural nutrients found in nature rather than in instant foods. When considering this, I feel Albania's natural environment is very good. What do you think? Israel was unable to fulfill its responsibility So its people had to live as a people without a nation for 2,000 years. Then Israel gained its independence when it was time for the Messiah to come. Israel is actually mostly desert. It became a rich nation by learning how to farm in the desert. This means if you have a dream and do your utmost, it can be realized. I wish to tell the Albanian people there is a way for them to live well. So, which nation of virtuous men and women will represent the unified 70 and more nations of Europe in front of our Heavenly Parent? As is written in the Bible, you need to ask. You have to ask sincerely, with an earnest heart. You must search with this earnest heart. You have to knock in earnest. You have to wake people up because they don't know. Therefore, we cannot make this Albania conference the end of things. I therefore have given a name to the Chanelguk Embassy in Albania, and I have given President Alfred Moisiu a big responsibility, the Heavenly Balkan Peninsula centered on the Heavenly Parent.
Yeah, I don't want so much. Just, we can see this is important. Making national restoration, this is not the end, this is the beginning of the process. Yeah, so True Mother would like to emphasize that when this is the conference, this is not the end, this is the beginning. And need to be cared, there will need to be the people who really will embody the true parents. And you can see that if we have the dream, right dream, to help to Heavenly Parent, to really help true parents, we can make a miracle, we can fulfill it. Same as, Israel doing agriculture in the desert, there can be possible to find way, even if we don't see the way now, how to do it.
UPF's responsibility in bringing this about is important. UPF Chair Katsuma Otsuka, I want you to involve yourself with this and take responsibility. And for Europe, Jacques Marion is appointed UPF President. And there are many countries there, so we need to add some power. Mark Brand. Is Mark Brand here? Mark Brand has been good at negotiating with world leaders and has carried out his responsibility well, but now I want to name you to a new position and ask you to work harder. I appoint you as Vice President of UPF. And Britain has one of the oldest mission histories and has a lot of heaven's assets. The United Kingdom has seen no development in a decade and more. So I can't allow this to be the situation in the future. That is why I am boldly assigning Regional Chair Michael Balcom to be headquartered in the United Kingdom, and I'm naming him as the national leader of the United Kingdom. I think the former national leader, who is from our second generation, needs to gain more wisdom with age and more experience. I ask that you, Dr. Balcom, teach him well in his role as Vice President. The motivation for people from the European continent to go out on missions around the world began with the translation of the Bible into English by King James of England. Because of that, I will give Britain another chance to finish what it has started, to stand in front of God and have heaven say, you have done well. Also, the 6 sub-regions must try hard to produce nations of people capable of being qualified as citizens of Chanelguk on the national level, though that has not yet come about. Africa has been last, but it has now become the first. You must learn from Africa, isn't that so? The barriers of religion and race. Europeans must repent for this. All the European Family Federation blessed families must become the people to straighten this out. You will do that, right? If there is anything I've missed, we will work on it through the Chanjongung headquarters later. We surely will be victorious.
Thank you very much. We can give it for True Mother, I think. This also, the last things, you see that, we need to produce nations of people capable of being qualified citizens of Chanelguk. So we need to qualify ourselves, and we need to be able to pass it to people around. Yeah. So this is this. I don't know still if you give me some time, but I saw this is very important. Other things which I saw as important are the letters of Dr. Jung about True Mother speech. You know very well, who knows very well that True Mother is making 40-day condition to restore the canon? Yeah, this is really very important, you know, and she is really making, you saw in the news, what incredible things she's making. And who is reading regularly the letters which Dr. Jung is reporting about, that we can be connected? Yeah, they are long, but they are very good things, and we can learn, you know, how things are going on from it, and we can feel connected with it and try to support True Mother. It's demanding, but I really believe this is what True Mother say, that as the sunflowers are turning after sun, we have to turn after True Mother. This is what expect. You know it very well that, you know, in the Old Testament, you can be restored by what? You can make the indemnity by offering. In the New Testament, by faith, yeah. And completed Testament, by attendance. Yeah, we are attending. That's why Heavenly Parents is sending Messiah. Through Mother said, 6,000 years it wait, but He is sending the Messiah, only begotten Son, only begotten daughter, that we follow them. Not that they are doing here something and we do our own jobs, you know, and do our own things. Because like this, He don't need to work, you know, all the things. If in the wisdom of Heavenly Parents, He knows this is the one way, we have to connect. I mean, this will be wise. This is what Heavenly Parents expect. And I said also last time, if we are not attending and supporting True Mother now, indeed we are not just not filial piety towards True Mother, but also towards Heavenly Parent. Because True Mother lifestyle, you can say this is her 76, soon 77 years of work, which is an incredible job, you know, for us. But for Heavenly Parents, it is 6,000 of biblical years to prepare this situation. And, you know, we are putting it away if we are not really uniting, you know, all the effort. So it must be very difficult for True Parents, as True Mother said, that, you know, the Christians is still stumbling block in the providence, stumbling block, yeah, thank you. And so we should not be like this, and to Heavenly Parent, you know. So I will show something from this, some of the letters, some things which make me interesting. This is from the second letter. This is True. There are many interesting things, but I would read now. Very difficult because I don't see it. It's important that we know the dedication of True Mother. True Mother tonight is surely unable to sleep, thinking about tomorrow's blessing ceremony and offering devotion for its success. Hence, the precious devotion of leaders and members of True Mother is needed more than ever before. That's why I speak about it, you know, that we know that True Mother, she is risking life, you know. This was time, it was original plan of Heavenly Parents to create Adam and Eve, with whom He will completely unite and secure, you know, all the providence. True Parents cannot come the second time. It's impossible. You know, there can be just one True Parent. So now in the time when the True Parents are here, this is the time when we can make the things. You know, sometimes when we speak with the Juge about the providential things, it's coming to me that just imagine, you know, in Jesus' time, here the disciple, John, Peter, James, and others. Can you imagine that they will say, okay, yeah, let's, for example, make the family education, or let's go to people and say them, if you say to your neighbor today some nice things and smile on him, the world will be better. It's true, We can educate for purity, we can educate people to smile on each other, greet each other, be nice to each other. But can you imagine that, Jesus went to pray in Gethsemane garden and these 3 disciples, anyway, they didn't consider it important, we know it, but that they will say, okay, we need to, prepare something. Or when he wanted to preach to them, they will say, we need to say to people, to be nice to each other. Yeah, so doesn't mean, that things which people do or which we can do are not good. Or John the Baptist, he was dealing with the Herodes who was immoral. Yeah, he was taking wife from here, and this was not good according to the law. That's why they after beheaded him. They killed him, They sentenced him to death. Instead of supporting, the Jesus. So this is important, that we really should understand what Heavenly Parents' plan is and trying to unite and support it. And this is, to support True Mother's work. That's why now True Mother is very important and crucial period, and she is asking, everybody to support and make the effort. So I would like to emphasize this. She's not sleeping, she's making devotion condition, and I believe if we are united, we should try to make it now. Yeah. I have another. I have 5 of them, don't worry. So, True Mother did not proclaim Cambodia as Heavenly Cambodia at the Asia Pacific Summit opening plenary. In truth, since Mother usually proclaimed the Heavenly Nation at the summit's opening ceremony, in my ignorance, I assume she had forgotten the Heavenly Cambodia Declaration. However, this was my own ignorance. True Parents' first wish to liberate and bless the ancestors of Cambodia from their sorrowful past, and on the foundation of the blessing of hope for the present and future of Cambodia, True Mother declared and proclaimed Heavenly Cambodia. It's for me, very striking, that True Parents, they cannot do the things, as you see in the news, they said 2 million people was killed in Cambodia, or somebody can say 1.7 million, doesn't matter. Incredible amount, and True Mother cannot just by her own proclaim Heavenly Cambodia unless she liberates these people. The Prime Minister in Cambodia, somehow he was in power also. I don't say, but the Red Khmer were there, he's somehow connected with them. So you must understand with True Mother, she has to work with the people which are supporting her. Somehow, doesn't matter in what they are connected in the past. If you were watching the speeches there was also some fighter which was for East Timor. And they said also, Timor, they rejected, that investigation of the crimes during their independence fights, neither from Indonesia, but it will be also from their side, I suppose. So this is people who work and who are ready to support, but True Mother need to liberate their past, same as True Father did when he liberated, the Stalin, Hitler, and I don't know what was the third, Mussolini. We need, to look from Heavenly Parents' viewpoint that indeed all are the children of Heavenly Parents, and all of them need to come back. And if they are ready to build the Heavenly Kingdom, whatever they did, for all of them is open the way for all people to come and to build Indeed, to become the leader in Chonilguk, it means to become a parent. And who is the parent? He knows what it means to be parents to the children. It means continuous sacrifice. So if somebody wishes to be really righteous leader and sacrifice for others, it's open. It's already Jesus said, you know. Do you know it? And Jesus said that who want to be the biggest from you, what you should do?
He should serve the children or something.
You should serve to others. Go and serve the others. Already Jesus said in his time, and it's the same. This is the standard of the Chonilguk. So if somebody would like to be leaders, they have to serve to others. They have to be parents to others. True Father said it many times, you know, that correct leader is the parent. So sacrifice, you know, this is in relation also to the tribal messiahship. This is also for me very much heart moving. I once asked True Mother the following: Mother, why are you walking this difficult course without resting? Why do you keep going forward even when you have sores in your mouth, swollen legs, and it is painful for you to even stand? You could rest, but why do you painfully keep moving forward? And Mother answer was this: because I am Mother. Anyway, and here is again asking for our support. Respective leaders and blessed families, tomorrow after the victory celebration here in Cambodia, True Mother will travel directly to Taiwan to hold the Rally of Hope there. I would like to once more ask all leaders and members to offer profound devotion for the victory of the 40 days cosmic Canaan course, for the firm establishment of Chonilguk, and through Mother's long life and good health. Thank you. You know, this Dr. Jung, he's the direct assistant of True Mother, so if he is writing, this is somehow like almost like True Mother's request, or request based on his filial piety towards Mother. Yeah? So we should really sing. This is in each letter present. I have still 3, don't worry. However, when Mother said, I feel good, I heard this a little differently. The reason she felt good does not include the amazing victory of Cambodia does include the amazing victory of Cambodia fulfilled through True Mother's guidance. But there is an even more fundamental meaning implemented here. This is because the standard of our devotion and heart of following True Mother with absolute faith is finally nearing the standard Mother wishes to see. Yeah, so this is, I think, the key. If we really would like to restore the Hungary, if we want to sing, you know, about restoration of the nation, we need to be artistically united with True Mother, with this devotion, which she expects. You know, I don't want to repeat myself, but it is there, not this, yeah, this. After this, Mother said, the level of their heart and devotion of the children of Chonilguk has finally reached my standard. When parents receive their child's small devotion, they do not accept them carelessly. If they are full of the child's sincerity, even small devotion will be accepted as greater ones. and with greater joy. True Mother said, I feel good because now our standard of faith, our heart and our devotion for True Mother, the only begotten daughter, are reaching the level Mother has wished for. So, it's again, and sometimes, it's difficult because we don't know what we should do. But indeed now we can see what we can do. We can try to support True Mother, whether we will do what she's asking, tribal messiahship, Chombo providence, liberating of the ancestors, and other things, externally we can support, by donation, the realization of the summit 2020, and other things, This is all things True Mother is working on, and we can take part on it, or we can make the spiritual condition, we can pray for True Mother, we can set up special condition, for True Mother, 40 Fulba, reading Hondoka. We have this 40 days condition here in the Hungary, so it can be serving for you. You can be offering it, this 21 minutes of Hondokve for this purpose, and praying for the health for True Mother. This is very important, that she can guide us. And also you can read the letters, because they are really good. I know it takes time, but I think it's important to be connected with True Mother. If you don't know what your mother is doing, how we can call ourselves the children of True Parents if we don't know what they are doing, for what they are working. Aniko said very well, that we have to ask our children, how are you, how you feel, how was in school. But even if we don't know what True Mother is doing, whether she's, going now to South Africa, for summit, how we can feel ourselves that we are really children of True Parents, So I believe that through this letters we can be very much connected with True Mother daily life. To be long. Yeah. I will ask Imiga to read it because he can read well.
Later, Chairman Yob Jo Huang and Chairwoman Nai Feng Yu of WFWP Taiwan gave testimonies. Then a 9-year-old second-generation sister, who is well known to us worldwide, and her 13-year-old brother gave testimonies. Our young second-generation sister has been witnessing, distributing flyers for 21 minutes every day on the streets. Seeing True Mother going around the world for 2020 despite her advancing age, she could not stand still and began passionately witnessing every day. She distributed flyers every day at the same place and time. A 60-year-old restaurant owner who happened to pass by was deeply moved by the young girl's devotion, and she was able to witness to him. Such amazing things are taking place. This is what I have introduced so far in my lectures on True Mother's recent providence. Actually, the brother of this 9-year-old girl has been even more active than she in witnessing. Even though he has been working so hard doing witnessing activities, it was his sister who became well known, and her story even reached True Mother's ears through my lectures. This young man felt a little bit envious, but of course that was good envy. So this year, this older brother invested even more in witnessing activities, and his efforts paid off. A total of 27 couples, including the current head of his administrative district, received the blessing. This young man looks for people to witness to every single day, offering devotions and witnessing without rest. He has been so focused on witnessing that he ended up not doing so well in his school examinations. When his parents told him that a student's responsibility is to study well, he replied, "I will study hard after True Mother comes to Taiwan," and then witnessed even harder. He was able to offer these amazing results to True Mother through the rally and gave a testimony today. It was beautiful to see such beautiful tradition of filial heart that brought many people to tears.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I heard the story of this 9-year-old girl in the Chongpyeong when I was on leaders meeting, and it's really amazing. So, yeah, I think this is good. I'm grateful that András produced time to time for us leaflets, so we can give possibility to people, to children, even to go out with the leaflets. Of course, we don't have yet these results, but we have to sing. If we will sing about national restoration, we have to have, in springtime for celebration of True Father 100 years birthday, we will have to really have some place if we will be able to organize, and we will have to spread a lot of leaflets. So I hope that time you will remember this and everybody will feel that you would like to support by inviting people. And last thing, this blue, this is True Mother speech, so this is directly the words of True Mother. At the final stage, when we must see the completion of the providence, the only way to solve all together the different conflicts we face today, including the religious, ideological and racial conflicts, is through the emergence of the parents in front of humanity. In the 200 or more countries worldwide can inherit the parents if tradition as sibling nations, then the world will become the kingdom of heaven on earth, and that heavenly parent and humanity have so longed for. In order to do so, just as our Creator created one man and one woman as the human ancestor, the men and women of this fallen world must be able to be reborn as couples through the true parents. This is the way to becoming children of heavenly parent. Only when the dream of one big family under heavenly parents become true, can the true peace come about. There can be no more conflicts and wars among children attending heavenly parent. Yeah, so this is important. I was saying about the central role of true parents in the providence. You can see it also in True Mother worlds. Only through attending true parents we can solve all the conflict and we can build the heavenly kingdom. It seems, natural, and for me, it seems completely natural. But we have to put it, in the life, because, I say it every time that what I really believe will be manifested by what I do. You are seeing on these children, they believe that supporting true parents is more important, for example, than school or than playing at home, for 9 years old. So they were trying to make some effort because they believe in it. They felt inspiration from spirit world. So if we really believe in something, it must be manifested in our life. We cannot say that I believe that this is important, but from some another reason I don't have time for it. So True Mother is trying to remind us this continuously and to others that we need to support her effort, and only by this, if we support it, we can really appear as wise people doing the things which heavenly parents expect. Completely last things. It's long. I will ask again Emike. He have British English.
No, americký. Žlutý zase. The first continental and national level summit was hosted on January 18th, 2018 in Senegal. At the Senegal summit, True Mother proclaimed a heavenly Africa. On the basis of her declaratory speech, I researched and organized 10 projects to be part of the Blessed Africa Initiative, IAPP, IATP, Universal Health, Young Character Education, the True Family and Blessing Movement. And beginning in June, I visited various African nations and challenged myself to have declarations signed on the national level. In Africa, it would take at least 3 to 10 days to schedule a meeting with one government leader, and often they were unable to meet with me at all. Countless days I would miss meals and wait for 12 hours or more to meet them, dressed in my suit. However, we stood steadfast. We did so with the Native American spirit that True Mother taught us about. It is said that when Native Americans perform a rainmaking ritual, it will rain without fail. This is because they will continue the rainmaking ritual until it actually rains. With the same spirit, I toured to some 10 nations, Africa, with our African leaders to enter into a Blessed Africa agreement, Africa Initiative memorandum of understanding with these nations. In 2018, we entered into such an agreement with Nigeria. Okay. On the national level with the Minister of Foreign Affairs.
I was very wise to read somebody else. But this is really nice. I remember how True Mother was saying about it. That, you know, Native American, you know, the Indians, you know, they were making making ritual until it started to rain, you know, so they have 100% success. You know, because you just go on and go on and go on, and when the rain comes, you proclaim that you were successful. It's very good, but you know, this is indeed what we have to do, and you can see that he was going, you know, skipping the meat, waiting 12 hours, you know, and it's not easy, you know. That's why I think, you know, we have to add additional effort. If they are asking, you know, that we pray and we support, we create the spiritual power. Because I know it from fundraising, you know, if the spirit world will be on the side of people, nobody can resist. You know, you can read it in the principle, you know. After the fall, evil is controlling humankind. That's why we have the parallel. You can see how evil was preparing to kill the Jesus, you know. It's not easy, you know, and evil have such power, you know, because of the spirit world. But same the goodness can power. If we mobilize the spirit world, you know, nobody can stop these people. Nobody can reject, you know, the goodness. If you one time mobilize the spirit world, and if one do, it will come somewhere else, you know, somewhere else the fruit will ripen. This is on the fundraising. You feel when you really reach and lay good condition, you know, even if one person will reject you, the next one or somebody else will basically give you the fruits of it. So that's why I think when now True Mother is asking that we support her with this 40 days course of restoring Canaan, we should do it. Everybody with what they can, but we should think that this is really serious time for her, and she's investing a lot, meeting and harvesting, you know, all the effort of these 7 years for Vision 2020. And completely after will be the Summit 2020, when she wanted in Korea to invite, you know, sometimes people ask me, why again, you know, we need to prepare, for example, donation for the Summit 2020, you know, because, you know, this donation is quite big, and why we need to. But you know, the strategy is that Heavenly Parent choose the chosen nation. You know what is the chosen nation? Korea is chosen nation. And do you know that the Korean government, indeed, you know, we need to reach the politician if we want to restore the country. This is what True Mother is doing. You know, you can look on it. She is working with the politician, with the president. Finally, this is the decision maker. We can work with the religious leaders, but through religious leaders, we need to reach the politician. So, politicians in the Korea, what do you think? They are in our favor or they are not in our favor? They are not in our favor. So they are blocking all the chosen nation to support, you know, the God's providence. So we need to win them. And how we can win them, you know? By bringing as much as possible head of state and important people to Korea to make such an event which they cannot ignore. You know, if they're coming, I don't know, 20 heads of state to Korea, they cannot ignore this event. And they have to connect to our movement, and they have to connect to God's providence, you know. So this is this level, when I was talking about spiritual growth, when you are in the Heavenly Parents position. You create such an environment that basically your children have to go to the right way. There is no other way what they can do, you know. So if we bring that as the movement, you know, heads of state, of course it's cost a lot of money, you know, a lot of investment, a lot of sacrifice. And this sacrifice we have to make, why? Because the chosen people, which are in the position in Korea, for example, in government, they don't want to support us. But we cannot let the Heavenly Parents down, you know. We cannot let the Heavenly Parents down that just because, you know, the government people don't want to support him, you know, and we have to pay again the indemnity, you know, we will say, you know, we will not do. I mean, for me, you know, it's clear, I would like to support it, you know, but we have to see, you know, what is behind, why we are doing this. You know, that we lay good condition which can help Heavenly Parent to work. That finally the chosen nation can work, you know, and Heavenly Parents' plan can be unfolded. There is plan, Heavenly Parents have plan, same as the evil have plan, Heavenly Parents have plan. But we need to unblock it. And indeed, I every time say that there is righteousness. So if we will invest sincerely, we will receive something back. Maybe we don't see it now, we cannot, you know, appreciate it now, what we have. But I believe once we will look back in the spirit world and we will see many things, we will be very grateful for this. At least what we have, for sure, this is freedom. Compared to people outside, we can decide whether we will support True Parents or not. They somehow don't see the value of True Parents, so they are supporting or even opposing, you know. So because of it, we have this freedom. We can decide even to which extent, you know, because things are not black and white, you know. You cannot say that you support, you don't support, you know. Every time you have possibility how much you will support, you know. For me also, you know, I also cannot say that I dedicate 100% of my life for True Parents. My children know it very well also. My wife knows. You know, that's reality, you know, but at least if we know what is good, what we should try, we can try in our environment to find a way, you know. I cannot say you what is the right way, you know. But it has to be sustainable, and it has to be really in line with True Mother, what she expects, how we can do it, how we can become tribal Messiah. It means people who can stand up in the parents' position, you know. So it cannot be something what is fanatic, because parents cannot be fanatic, you know. They have to create sustainable things. They have to create an environment which can be helpful and which can really show also good example to the children. But they have to have continuous dedication of heart, of sacrificing for the children. So if we want to be tribal Messiah, we need this continuous heart of thinking how we can help to the tribe. I don't want to take more the time from you. So anyway, thank you very much for listening. Please really try to follow the True Mother, what she is doing, and try to support, because she's asking, you know. If I saw in Korea in summer, True Mother, how she was tired. Grant Robbie was reporting how she was tired in Albania. She is doing it because, as she said, because she is mother. She is doing it for us. So I really feel that we should support her. Thank you also to Aniko, which gave very nice testimony, inspiring us. I already saw that there is some possibility, you know, that somebody can invest and inspire it, you know, to make the bridges between first and second generation. I already saw that, you know, I have again inspiration to put some task and be different. Anyway, but I don't want to scare people. So thank you very much. And yeah, we can pray now silently. Yeah, no? No, we can.
Közben kikapcsolom. Hát igen, nekem az volt, amikor az részhez értünk, hogy igazán a kora ellenére, meg a fájdalmai ellenére ugyanúgy csinálja ezeket a dolgokat, én ott így. Az engem nagyon megindított, meg amikor a 9 éves kislány minden nap kimegy és witnessingelt. Nekem ott rögtön Panka meg Benci jutott eszembe, hogy ők is ugyanezt csinálják, tehát amikor witnessing van, Panka mindig ott van, mindig mosolyog, és mindig ő osztja ki a legtöbb szórólapot. Na mindegy, mielőtt még elkezdenénk a csendes imádatot, ezt tűkönülve várjátok, felkérném András bácsit még a lezáró dalokhoz.
Még egy éneket énekelünk.
Kicsit nagyobb lendülettel menjünk haza. Az apák 2:20-szal menjenek haza.
Felálljuk?
Nem kell, szerintem nem kell.
Aki viszeres általában.
Aki úgy érzi, hogy van kedve felállni, azt tud felállni.
Úgyis így kősünk. Bent lopja a napot.
Nem. Nem kell vezetni nekem. Gyermekek, ilyen mennyek országa, ugye ezt mondta a messiás. Jó, nincsen másik dal, most nekem, hogy ez van kísérlet. Úgy látom, mert a tábor videóban nem, ez van a tábor videó, ez a fájl, azt hiszem. A mindenben az. Na. Ismeritek, hogy aki végig megy, azt ismeritek azt a dalt? Mindenki ismeri? Azt mondta, Annika, húzzam le a pólómat. Figyeljetek, ez egy vidám dal, de azon ennek is a szövege, ugye azért Béla az elején a pályafutásának ugye nagyon sokszor a gyerekeket fogta meg, nagyon sok dala a gyerekekhez szól. Most már azért, hogy ő is belefordult akkor, meg van 4 gyereke, azért nem csak vidámság az élete. Nyilván most már ír.
Neked is.
Mindjárt nagypapa, az igaz. 4 gyereke van egyébként, és azért most már ír olyan komoly dalokat, szerintem nem feltétlenül csak gyereklélegzetek, de ez még az. Kirakjuk teljesre.
Még a technos béka volt, nem akkor a gyerektáborban tudod a történet a technos békáról, hogy aki végig megy.
Igen, ez az. Igen, ez az. Hát a technos béka utolsónak ugye ebben, nem?
Nem, hát ő ér haza legelőször.
Ja tényleg?
Hát bebújik aztán.
Bebújik a saját pedőibe, egy napomban.
Jaj.
Erre bezzeg emléksz.
Jó, úgy látom, hogy... Na mehetünk.
Jó estét kívánok mindenkinek, mint szeretettel köszöntöm a kedves rádióhallgatókat és televíziós nézőket. Innen a helyszínről a versenyzők már felsorakoztak, óriási izgalomban várják, hogy kezdetét vegye a küzdelem. A tét igen nagy, a díjazás ellenben különleg is. Minden indokból kerül a célba ér. Induljon át a verseny. A startnál mindenki nagyon lelkes, a startnál mindenki bizakodó, a startnál mindenki azt mondja magáról, én vagyok a legjobb futó. A startnál mindenki nagyon lelkes, a startnál mindenki bizakodó, a startnál mindenki azt mondja magáról, én vagyok a legjobb futó.
sprintel, és soha meg nem áll. Van, aki fárad, félúton visszafordul, azt mondja, én nem megyek tovább. Indul a verseny, van, aki nagyon bírja, sprintel, és soha meg nem áll. Van, aki fárad, félúton visszafordul, azt mondja, én nem megyek tovább. Aki végig megy, és sose hagyja fel, az kap nagy koronát. Aki hűséges és szabályosan küzd, arra ott fent jut a honlát. Aki végig megy és sose hagyja fel, az kap nagy koronát. Aki hűséges és szabályosan küzd, arra ott fent jut a
Kedves hallgatók és kedves nézők, a verseny ebben a pillanatban fordult be a célegyenesbe. Micsoda küzdelem! Fejfejbelnek haladtak, igen, akik nem adták fel, meg fogják csinálni. Ott vannak néhány méterre a célvonaltól, már csak 20, már csak 10 méter, és igen, ebben a pillanatban
és sose hagyja fel, az kap nagy koronát. Aki hűséges és szabályosan küzd, arra ott fent jut a honlát. Aki végig megy és sose hagyja fel, az kap nagy koronát. Aki hűséges és szabályosan küzd, arra ott fent jut a honlát. Aki végig megy és sose hagyja fel, az kap nagy koronát. Aki hűséges és szabályosan küzd, arra ott fent jut a honlát. Aki végig megy és sose hagyja fel, az kap nagy koronát. Aki hűséges és szabályosan küzd, arra ott fent jut a lombát.
Végig megy, és sose adja fel, az kap majd koronát. Jó, hamis vagyok. Aki hűséges és szabályosan, bizony arra ott fent jut a lombát. Szívesen jön, jó lesz a gázsit a megfelelő bankszámlára küldjétek át.
Virágokat az öltözőbe.
Így van.
Kérlek, foglaljatok helyet, csendesedjetek el, és mindenki imádkozzon magában. Röviden. Most pedig felkérném a Times házaspártól az áldóimámhoz. Kérlek, álljatok fel.
Imádkozzunk. Drága mennyészülőnk, köszönjük, hogy testvéreink, akik itt vannak, idékünkre vigyáztál az elmúlt héten. Köszönjük, hogy itt összetudtunk jönni a békeházban is. Mennyészülőnk, köszönjük azt, hogy részesei lehetünk a te gondviselésednek, azáltal, hogy megismerhetjük igaz szüleinket, és igaz szüleink által megismerhetjük a te szívedet, a te vágyaidat, elképzeléseidet, és szívvel, lélekkel tudunk kapcsolódni hozzád, mint szülőnkhöz. Köszönjük, hogy igaz anya, tényleg egyetlen egy pillanatot sem veszteget el, hanem mindig vezet minket, az élen jár, mennyes szülőnk, felülkerekedve minden egyéni nehézségén, és soha, tényleg soha nem adja fel. Ugyanezt lát igaz apától is, és tényleg láthatjuk azt, hogy igaz apa és igaz anya teljes mértékben egyek, mennyészülőnk. Teljes mértékben egyek veled. Ezért imádkozom, mennyészülőnk, hogy mi magunk és számot tudjunk vetni az életünkkel, és nap mint nap tudjunk újjászületni, mennyészülőnk. Jobb és teljesebb gyermekeidért, akikre jobban tudsz számítani. És imádkozom, mennyészülőnk, hogy tudjuk támogatni egymást ezen az úton. Hogy egymást fölkarolva, átölelve, akkor is, hogyha nehéz. Össze tudjunk fogni, mennyészülőnk, hogy ez az alap, ami Magyarországon fel lett építve a misszionáriusaink által, de akár az őseink által is, az előző vezetőink által. Ez az alap megerősödjön, kiszélesedjen, és ezt az egész országot vissza tudjuk, mennyészülőnk, neked vinni. Vissza tudjuk vinni az összes gyermekedet. Azért imádkozom, mennyészülőnk, hogy vigyázz a testvéreinkre. Mindenki egészséges legyen, szívében, lelkében, mindegyikünk meg tudjon erősödni a meggyőződésében, a hitében, és tudjunk testvéreként összefogni azért, mennyészülőnk, hogy te rajtunk együtt, közösen rajtunk együtt tudjál dolgozni. Imádkozunk igaz anya egészségért, hogy sok-sok energiát tudjunk neki küldeni, hogy friss legyen, és tényleg sok reményt küldjön neki innen Európából is. Azáltal, hogy azt tesszük, amit ő szeretne, és amit ő tanácsol nekünk. Azt tesszük, ami ezt az egész kontinenst, tényleg a te kontinensedre, a te országodra, a te hazáddá teszi. Ilyen szívvel szeretnénk ezt az imást felajánlani. Timás Zsuzsánna nevében járó központi család felállítsuk.
Kérlek, voltak helyet. Most kis bejelenteni dolgokat elmondanám. Lehet, hogy páran itt voltatok, csütörtökön volt egy előadás Hűségriadó címmel. Most ezen a hétvégén van a francia csontból, jövő héten lesz Olaszországban, 2 hét múlva Albániában, és ezután meg Oroszországban. És lehet támogatni, mert ugyebár láttuk, hogy a földrengés volt Albániában, és lehet támogatásokat küldeni, és felkérem.
Tehát egyik békenagykövetünk Szeresenko Dánielnek van egy ilyen adományvonala, és úgy döntött, hogy akkor szeretne ilyen adománygyűjtést szervezni Albániába, ugye hallott erről a földrengésről, és ezt konkrétan tényleg megszervezte, felhívta az albán nemzeti vezetőt, a tiranai magyar konzult. Én fölvettem a kapcsolatot a Szulajmáni Zsuzsival, hogy ez Durrezben történt ez a földrengés, ami a Zsuzsi, tehát az epicentrum 60 kilométerre volt tőlük, ahol Fierben ők laknak. Durrezben egyébként volt most ősszel egy STF csapat, többek között STF és a csapatban volt, és ez egy elég szegény környék, tehát ennyit tudtam így meg dióhéjban róla. Úgyhogy én kiküldtem egy levelet, ha jól emlékszem, ma reggel, hogy lehet 8-áig lehet adományokat behozni, és érdemes elolvasni ezt a levelet, hogy mi mindenre van igazán szükség, és akkor ide a békeházba szóljatok, legyetek kedvesek, vagy Zuszkánk, vagy nekem, de még szerintem esetleg néha Sanyinak is, mert Sanyi is be tud benneteket engedni, hogyha szeretnétek, tehát nem pénzbeli adomány, csak ilyen tárgybeli adomány. Tehát ez a tetrekész adományvonal, ez nem fogad el semmi pénzbeli juttatást, hanem csak konkrét dolgokat. Tehát több pénzzel nem. Igen, többek között ezzel is, és engem nagyon meghatott szintén tényleg a Dánielnek a hozzáállása, és ráadásul Miskolcon szervez egy ilyen vallásközi imát is az Albániában történtekért, tehát az albán áldozatokért, amire ugye Dávidal mi is meg lettünk hívva, még nem tudom pontosan, hogy lesz. Tehát, hogy tényleg úgy érzem, hogy Isten tud rajtunk keresztül dolgozni, hogyha arra gondolunk, hogy hogyan tudunk másoknak adni. Tényleg, és olyat adni, amit tényleg Isten szeretne adni rajtunk keresztül, mert ugye neki nincsen keze, lába, stb. Ez egyik dolog. A másik dolog ugye a következő Isten tisztelet, csoportos Isten tisztelet. Ezt mondtad, bocsánat, akkor a származás. És igaz anya, ugye amit láttátok, nem tudom, hogy észrevettétek, hogy december 7-én Dél-Afrikában fog ugye gondolom beszédet is, de inkább áldást tartani. Utána megy Palaura, utána a Dominikai Köztársaságba, és december 27-én már, de valószínűleg előtt is Amerikába, New Yorkba. Érdemes követni, egy-kettőnek elküldtem, hogy hogyan készülnek az amerikaiak erre a beszédre, hogy nap mint nap kimennek, szerintem napfelkelte előtt, imádkozni, meg táncolni, és arra voltam kíváncsi, de hát nem tudom pontosan, hogy ők főleg fiatalok vagy idősek, de amikor most végigvitte a kamera a legutolsónál, hogy kik voltak ott, hát azért jócskán olyan mikorunkbelűek, meg nálunk idősebbek voltak. Ugye a Reverend Kim is ott volt, és ő is így beszélt. Úgyhogy a fölkészülésnek meg kell adni a módját ahhoz, hogy valami sikerüljön, és tehát, hogy mennyit vagyunk hajlandóak investálni időben, erőfeszítésben, pénzben, az fogja ugye meghatározni az eredményt is. És ezt magunknak is mondom, ez biztos, hogy egyedül nem fog menni. Úgyhogy biztos, hogy vannak nagy dolgok folyamatban, de hogy ezeket véghez tudjuk vinni, ahol sok-sok ilyen göröngyös úton kell, vagy hosszú göröngyös úton kell keresztül menni. Láthatjuk azért igazanyát, neki se egyszerű. Egyáltalán nem. Csak mi egy csomó mindent, ami a színfalak mögött van, nem látunk. Úgyhogy ennyit akartam hosszan elmondani. Köszönöm szépen.
Hát akkor további szép hétvégét és hetet kívánok mindenkinek.
Köszönöm szépen.
Ilyen áll, most ebben nem